Hello, my name is Tom Beal, and I have just finished walking to the beach. This is a halfway point, but now I'm on the halfway point home. So the beach is behind me. You see the sunrise right there. Let's see if I touch the screen. Boom, there you go. That is the sunrise. The beach is back there. But I'm coming up on the Intracoastal here. I'll shoot you a picture of the Intracoastal when I get there. But I want to share something very powerful for your mind to grasp. You see, our most precious and ever-fleeting asset is time. Time is the great equalizer. We all have 24 hours in each day, and how we invest each minute, each hour in that day determines where we are right now, every aspect of our life, our health, our relationships, our finances, and how we can recognize, you know what, I'm not where I want to be in any of those areas. I want to have improvements, and it's now a time for me to reallocate where I want to put my time, effort, energy, and invest it versus waste it. So I'm at the top of the bridge here. I will send you a flip screen so you can see the amazing view here at Lake Boca. All right, so there we go. So I'm at the drawbridge here. If I hear it dinging, I'm going to run across it so I don't get stuck on the bridge. But every morning, walk to the beach and walk home. So it's a beautiful thing. And on the other side of the bridge over there. But anyhow, I digress. Morning routines are one way to invest. The hour of power. An hour of power in the morning can change your life. Get up. You may not live half an hour from the beach, but you're half an hour from somewhere. Just get up, get dressed, put your AirPods in, your earbuds, listen to some good stuff, and walk in one direction for an hour at a hefty pace. Have the timer. As soon as the half hour goes off, turn around and walk home. An hour of power will change your life. You're investing that time, and you will gain mental clarity, you'll gain health benefits, energy benefits, all that from an hour of power. But let's get back to 30 minutes of mindless swiping in a day. Now, if you're like me, when you hear that, you're like, crap, it's much more than 30 minutes a day. The average is hours per day. But let's just do the math. Let me work through the math with you. So what you do, there's 365 days in a year. You take 365 times 30, right? So times 10 is 3,650, and there's three of those. So 10,000 some minutes, right? Just do the quick math. Bust your calculator out. That's my head calculator. It's not precise, but that's how I can come up with quick ideas. So 365 times 30, and those are 30 minutes. So that's going to be the total minutes in the 10,000 plus arena. Then you divide that by 60, and that 60 minutes gives you, that's how many hours. Then you divide that by 40. Because we're going to go in the 40-hour work week. And what you're going to find is that number is 4.5 something. What that means is there are 4.5 40-hour work weeks that are wasted if you are just mindlessly swiping 30 minutes every day. Think about that. A work week, 40-hour work week. Those who work or have worked in corporate America or put the time in know that weeks don't go by super quickly in the work week, but when you mindlessly swipe for 30 minutes a day, that equates to you wasting mindlessly 4.5 work weeks at a 40-hour work week. And as we discussed, you're probably like me and thinking, yeah, that's not accurate. I swipe way more. So let's just say it's an hour of mindless swiping each day. And by the way, mindless swiping is the variety of activities that are just in social media, YouTube, Netflix, all that stuff combined, the mindless wasting of your most precious asset of time versus investing it. So this, I would encourage you to this is an investment, you putting the time into watching this video and learning this, because now you can divert what used to be wasted time and say, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to invest or waste my time for that ridiculous thing when I can put it over into areas that are important to me. So think about that. When next time you grab a game gaming, social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Where is your biggest time suck, your biggest time waste? And how can you have this epiphany and say, you know what, if 30 minutes equals 4.5 work weeks each year, holy cow, I'm putting 2 hours a day into this game. I'm putting 2 hours a day into Netflix. What's that equate to? Well, 1 hour is 9 40-hour work weeks in a year. 2 hours is 18 40-hour work weeks in a year. Once you recognize this, you will be more discerning and you will choose more wisely as to where you want to invest your time versus waste it. So I hope this is helpful to you, and hopefully you will be remembering this lesson every time you wake up out of a fog and realize, holy crap, I just spent 15 minutes and I didn't even realize it. Like the time just stood still as I was mesmerized in this hypnotic state doing what was a waste of time. Stop it and ask yourself, what's the best use of my time right now? So anyhow, I give weekly trainings for my former business partners and great friends, Mike Filsame and John Cornetta. I'm friends with the other founders of this company, but they have hired me to give weekly trainings, and this topic was one of the topics I did last evening. So every Tuesday, it's Tuesday with Tom training, and it's trajectory modifying. So I gave the link there. When you go get their free software, which helps you learn how to build an online presence and produce online results, you get it for free. You are now going to be invited to the weekly trainings that I give, plus weekly trainings they have worked out with other experts to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. This was one of many tips, tricks, and strategies I shared last evening that just reminded me how powerful it is for people to grasp, because when you think of other assets like money, like here I am on the morning walk, I'm not just throwing bills into the road here, like dollar bills and 10s and 20s and 50s and 100s, because that would be wasting that time. Wasting that resource, that asset. Yet with time, we just spend or throw away 15 minutes here, half hour here, hour here. And that's our most precious and never fleeting asset. Money pales in comparison. You can always get more money. You can't get more time, right? So just like I wouldn't be throwing money onto the street as I do my morning walk, I would encourage you to not throw your most precious asset of time away. And I hope this resonates and reminds you as you're like a human, as I will and I do on occasion, like, man, what the heck? I got sucked into this YouTube thing or sucked into this path. Like, stop. What's the best use of my time right now? And do that. So anyhow, I hope this is helpful, and just remember, do the math. And a lot of people don't believe it because it's so crazy. 4.5 work weeks for 30 minutes a day. So, and I've had some people confront me on it. No, the math's not right. You're saying 365 days a year, but you're saying a 40-hour work week. I'm like, yeah, well, here's the math. 365 days times 30. Do that on your calculator. That's going to give you the total minutes, which is going to be above 10,000 minutes. Divide that by 60. That's going to take the minutes and turn it into hours. That's the total hours of 30 minutes per day throughout the year. And then take the total of hours and divide that by 40, and it's going to be 4.5 something. And that means in a 40-hour work week, 30 minutes a day swiping equates to 4.5 40-hour work weeks. And real quickly, the math is you double that. So if you do more than 30, if you do an hour a day, that's 9 40-hour work weeks in a year that's wasted. And just picture that, 9, that's over 2 months. That's 2 months in a week of a 40-hour work week. And that's, you could put massive amount of change into place by reinvesting that time, taking it out of the wasted category and putting it into a bucket that will help you improve your health, your relationships, your finances. You'll notice very quickly, instead of wasting that most precious asset, throwing money into the street analogy, you're now putting it into a bucket that's going to improve your health, your relationships, your finances. This is not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. That's why the great equalizer of time, the wealthiest people in the world still have 24 hours a day. We have 24 hours a day, but you'll notice Jeff Bezos isn't doing everything that Amazon is doing. You understand that, right? He's not delivering the packages. He's not running the factories. And he has a team in the hundreds of thousands and he's benefiting through leverage. Obviously, he couldn't do all that himself. He's built the platform and the team to accomplish great results due to this method that we've talked about here. So if you have hundreds of thousands of people each investing 40 plus hours a week, think of the compound effect that can have. So anyhow, remember this as you're mindlessly scrolling. Stop and reinvest that into more productive activities, like trainings that hopefully you want more of from me. You go to that link, tombeal.com/groovy, tombeal.com/GROOVY. You get that free software. You'll be invited to weekly trainings by me, as well as the whole library of trainings that I've done for them over the last few months, and other experts that are there helping you learn how to use their powerful software to make a huge impact online. All right, that's it for today. That's the lesson. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Talk with you soon. Make today great.